Hello, vinyl community. How you doing? I'm Gary, and this is Physical Format Rock and Roll. Thank you so much for tuning in, and cheers. So I want to start out this episode with a bit of an announcement. This has nothing to do with music, although it might in the future. I don't know. But because a lot of you are what I consider to be good friends with me, I wanted to share some news. And let's face it, if you make it all the way through any of my videos, we're probably friends by that point. I am going to be a grandfather once again in August. So my youngest son and his wife, they already have a child. They have a daughter. That would be Isla, my granddaughter. Love her. She's an angel. Now, my oldest son and his wife are expecting their first baby in August. So I am super excited about that. Each one of my sons is going to have a child, and I just think it's fantastic. So I just wanted to share that news with you guys, okay? I wanted to share it with my friends because it's something that's happening in my life. That's quite the big deal. All right, so there you go. Now I have what I called a sad VCLT. You're saying, why is it a sad VCLT? What does that mean? What it means is I got a record. I got a gift from Steve, from my good buddy over at All the World's a Stage. He sent me this. This is Doro, Conqueress Forever. Yes, Conqueress, Forever Strong and Proud. This is her latest release. I've got it on CD. Maybe you remember I did a review of it. Steve got this on vinyl, and if you remember him talking about it, he was not happy with it. Not so much, I don't know if he didn't like the music. He never really said a whole lot about that. There's the inside of it. Career-spanning set of pictures there. But he said he just couldn't take the sound. He said the production on it was very, very bad, so he didn't like it. He sent it to me. There's a nice note in there, and he said, hey, this will probably get more spins at your house than it will mine. So he sent that to me. Very, very nice of him. I appreciate it, Steve. Steve's a great guy. But, you know, Steve's my brother, and I feel bad because it didn't sound good to him. He didn't like it. I would have liked it more if he would have liked it and kept it than me getting it. Yeah, I'm happy to get it, trust me, right, on vinyl. But, you know, I feel bad that he bought that, spent the money, and was not happy with it. So, but anyway, hey, make sure you check out Steve at All the World's a Stage. I'm sure you have if you watch my channel. Here's a couple things that would probably be Steve approved. And the first is actually a CD. It'll be the only one I'll show. But this is a big digipack thing here. This is Steve Hackett and his solo band. He is doing the Selling England by the Pound on this. He's been doing for the last 2 or 3 years, he's been doing these tours where he'll pick a album, early Genesis album that he played on, and he'll play it in its entirety, and then he adds a bunch of other songs, some solo or some Genesis songs. And that's what this is. This is a 2 CD set and a Blu-ray. So this is a really nice set. I got a used copy of this, but it's in fantastic shape. It sounds great, the sound on it. Definitely has a nice live sound. Really happy to find that. It's not like I normally see something like that. Now here's something that's very common to see, but it's not common for me to see in good shape. Finally found a good copy of Come Taste the Band by Deep Purple. Of course, this is when Richie Blackmore had left Deep Purple. He said, David Coverdale and Glenn Hughes, you are getting too funky for me. And so he left the band, and they got Tommy Bolin, who said, I'm okay with this being a little more funky. Great album. I love it. I probably don't like it quite as much as the Burn or Stormbringer, but still definitely a good listen, and it's got some fantastic songs on there. Tommy Bolin, great guitar player. Next up, okay, now we're not things that maybe he would like, but here we go. I got this Rod Stewart Camouflage. Got some good stuff, got some stupid stuff, but here's the thing. You You don't remember, but I'd already found a copy of it. You're saying, well, why did you buy this one then? Well, here's the thing. This cover doesn't look as good. This one still had the shrink on it, still had that nice big fat hype sticker on it, but the record in it was in bad shape. It skipped. The record on this is in really good shape. So I will take the good record and put it in the great jacket. I will Frankenstein them, and now I have this. Infatuation's on there, one of my favorite Rod Stewart songs. And Jeff Beck plays a guitar solo on that. Next up, only a handful of you out there will appreciate this, but this next artist is one of my favorite country artists, and I've only had one record of hers because very hard to find. These two records come from the late 80s, and if you know anything about country music, late 80s, 90s, very hard to find on vinyl. I found this, Patty Loveless, Honky Tonk Angel, and also Patty Loveless, On Down the Line. I was very happy to finding any of the albums that come after this, like, from 1991 and so forth, which is some of her best stuff. I'll never find that out in the wild. I know I won't, but I was happy to find these. They were only $7 each, and these are in fantastic shape. Let me take one of these out of this. I think these are MCA, right? If I remember, that was her label. Look at that. These are perfect. Maybe not perfect, but as close to perfect as you are going to find when you're buying used records. Very happy to find those. Next up, here's an odd one. Let me name drop now. But first, you know what? Have you guys seen this Volkswagen commercial where in the background it's Neil Diamond's, I am a Sid. I don't even understand it. Shouldn't they be playing like polka music or something? I don't know. That entered my head. I'm going to name drop my buddy Aaron Mutha Alamere, right? Here's some of his favorites he likes. And Aaron is one of my good friends. He said I could come over and hang out with him in his hot tub if he wanted to. So there you go. We all know he loves Burton Cummings, right? This is one of his solo records. I'm not sure about this. I'm not crazy about the cover, called Dream of a Child. Now, I will say I have not listened to this yet. I love his voice. I love Burton Cummings' voice. I don't understand why they had to have this kid on there naked underneath this cover. I know that's supposed to be him because then there he is on the back. So that's him as a child. But I don't understand the child nudity part of that. It's kind of freaky. I'm afraid my house is going to get raided because I own that record or something. But here's one that I only know originally from him talking about it, and then I've looked them up and stuff. Headpins. I actually found one by the Headpins. Oh, and I have to mention they're from Canada, right? Because otherwise people from Canada will lose their minds if you don't say that. So they were never popular really in the United States. This was actually sealed. Yeah, it's a cutout, but it still had the shrink wrap on it. I took the shrink wrap off because, there was no hype sticker or anything. So the record is in perfect shape. Yes, I haven't taken it out of this paper sleeve yet. I'm a loser. But look at this label. Never seen this label before. Totally different for me. I don't know if it's part of Universal or what it is, but haven't listened to this yet. But I know this is not the one that he normally shows. I think that's the first one that he shows. But still, very happy to find the Headpins. As soon as I saw that in the shrink wrap, I said, I am buying that sucker. So there you go. Those are my finds. And you know what? I hope you enjoyed this video. I know I enjoy doing it. And I'm very thankful to anybody who watches these videos. Until the next time, my friends, I will see you down the road.